All the service connections, transformers, transmission substations, generation plants, and everything required to manage the electrical system is known as the electrical grid. In order to ensure the reliable delivery of electricity through the grid, there is a system of peaker power plants and reserve generation, some running at less than full power to handle spikes in power demand. As peak loads increase, so do losses of energy through the transmission lines. To reduce these losses and reduce the need for expensive peaker plants, the U.S. government has proposed a significant overhaul to this system and has labeled it the Smart Grid. Now, the objective of the Smart Grid is to make the electrical grid more efficient. In large part, this involves providing technology and systems integrated into appliances and consumer devices used in everyday activities that will allow consumers to automatically control their energy use and costs. The U.S. government's Smart Grid vision is that these goals can be and should be met without causing significant disruption or lifestyle changes for the consumer. AHAM fully supports this vision. For the Smart Grid vision to be realized, AHAM believes there are three key requirements that must be integrated early into the Smart Grid planning and development. First, consumer incentives such as dynamic electricity pricing are needed to manage energy use more efficiently and enable consumers to save money on their electricity bills. Second, communication standards for delivery of information from the grid to consumers must be open, flexible, secure, and limited in number. Third, consumer choice and privacy must be respected. The consumer is the decision maker. AHAM remains optimistic and enthusiastic about the Smart Grid and the opportunity to contribute to its development. Because home appliances are an integral part of the Smart Grid, AHAM published a white paper to communicate the home appliance industry's principles and requirements for the development and implementation of a successful Smart Grid. To ensure that implementation costs are minimized for smart appliances, national communication standards are needed to allow manufacturers to develop mass-produced products suitable for nationwide distribution. AHAM has undertaken a technical evaluation of existing communication standards based on their application with home appliances for standards bodies and government agencies to consider. This report presents AHAM's methodology and technical analysis of smart appliance communication protocols. AHAM strongly believes that the consumer is the key to success of the Smart Grid. The consumer will make the decisions that will result in more energy savings and a more efficient and environmentally friendly electrical grid. Home appliances are a success story in terms of energy efficiency and environmental protection, but their contribution to fulfillment of the Smart Grid's benefits is enormous. Smart appliances will reduce peak energy demand and make the electrical power grid more efficient.